we are going to begin measure 1 of the Prelude in C major. And in order to do that, we are going to need 2 more notes. So, the scale we started last time. I'm going to pick back up here. And in measure 5, or octave 5 here, I'm going to add a few more notes. So we just left off with C, and I'm going to start by drawing another C right there in measure 5. Let's scooch over to the side here, okay? And then we are going to add, so that was a C5 again. We're going to duplicate that note. We need 2 more notes. We're going to go up to the next line, and that's D. And we're going to go up to the next space, and this is our top space in the treble clef. And that is E. This is D5 and E5. Those are the last few notes we need. And what that would do is give us 10 notes total. We duplicated 1, so it's going to look like 11. But that will use all 10 of our fingers. And so if we get our hand in C... Oops. Okay, if we get our hand back in C position... Now instead of a scale, it's not going to be a scale anymore, it's just going to be a bunch of notes. Maybe all of them, watch like this here. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So we have 10 notes represented. And the song we're going to play is going to end up sounding like this. We're going to learn 5-note pattern. C, E, G, C, E. So see how we have C and E here, and we have C and E here. We're looking at our paper. We had C, E, and then we had C, E up higher. If I could sing it, it would be like a C, E. My voice kind of runs out around there. We are going to play C, E, G, and then this C, E, and that's what we have to write in measure 1. So, we are going to divide our first line of the real song here. This is where the song actually starts. We're going to divide the song, this portion of the song, or the portion of the line in half. We need to mark our clef, so we're going to draw a treble clef like we had up here, down here. So a dot, a low, and then a line that comes up, swoop it around like you're tying a shoe, and then it should look kind of like the letter G at the bottom. And then the first 5 notes, so the first note was C, I have to draw that right here, ledger line, the circle. The next note was on the next line. This is E. It sounds like the garbage truck is outside making lots of squeaky sounds. Sorry about that. Blech. And then the next note was G. And so we have line, line, line. And that was pinky, middle, thumb. So those are pretty easy to remember because they're just a bunch of lines. C, E, G. If you want to, for right now, you could go ahead and write in what the letter names are. C, E, G. And then the next 2 notes are C and E up here. This is C5 and E5. C5, E5. C, E. So I could call this C4, E4, G4, C5, E5. And that's how we know that it's the other hand and higher up. So let's see how this looks, and then we can try to play it. And remember, I just have 1 finger on each of the white keys here. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. We don't want scrunched up or spread out. We're not skipping anything here. We just do C, E, G, and then the other hand is going to play this C, and this is going to play E. And you should try to use those fingers too. We're going to do pinky, middle, thumb, and then the other hand we'll do middle finger and pinky. So we're using a mirrored hand position because we're using pinkies on both hands and middle fingers on both hands. And I love that the song starts like this and in this hand position, because C position, or the C scale, used all the white keys, and so does the A minor scale. We'll learn about this later. So the C position, when one of our hands starts on C and does C, D, E, F, G, is one of the most common positions on piano that you'll ever use. And the A position is one of the next most common positions that we'll ever use. For Elise, for example, starts in A position on both hands. And I have to put my hand around the camera here. I'm kind of hugging the camera. Learn that later. Now we are going back to Prelude in C with our hand in C position and A position. Okay, now repeat after me. We're going to do C, E, G, and then the other hand we'll do C and then E. And then do those last three notes again. So that was G and then C, E on the right hand. Now we have to write those next three notes. So here we go. Back to our paper. So I'm going to write G, C, and E again, right over here, just past where I left off. G, C, E. Bum, 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 bum. And then we're going to take all of that and write it again. Right over here. C, E, G, or I could think line, 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 space, space, and then those last three again is that fourth line down, second space, top space, or space 2, space 1. And if you want to, go ahead and write in all the letters if it makes it easier. Whatever makes it easier. We're going to learn a lot of stuff. We don't want to struggle unnecessarily. C, E, G. You just have to remember that that's the C, E, G is C4, and this is C5. G, C, E. And now we're going to play it. It's just 5 notes. If you can remember those 5 notes, you can make the pattern for the whole measure. So let's try playing it together. I'll go real slow first. 1, 2, ready, go. C, G, I'm sorry, E, G, C, E. And that was measure 1 of the Prelude in C major. So I'm going to draw a number 1 right there. And if you got that much, then the next thing you could do is try playing it faster, but nice and steady. And that was the first 4 measures. I just decided to show you a little bit about what's coming up. But that's what we're doing. Good job so far. When you're ready, I guess keep practicing that one. We're not going to do more than 1 measure for a while. So just get good at that one today. And I promise that when you come back to this, it's going to feel a lot easier when you come back to it. So just let it cool off for now. You've learned enough for today. And in a day or 2, we'll go to measure 2. Bye.